Yeah, it is like right there. Certainly is going to be art fight soon. Not going too much. Congratulations on your progress. Magical lads, gather. Cool, we're all working on character stuff. I'm really tired, but I started a little bit early tonight, trying to get some coloring done. My arms are really sore, and I can't remember what I did to make them this sore. But I'm currently eating a Duvaline, so that makes everything a little better. Yeah, my arms just feel, it's a very specific type of soreness. Yeah. Could help to stretch them out. I really like Bone Shaker by Sherry Priest, and I would like to read more of the books that she's written in that series. In case my lisp is too heavy, I can type it out. Hold on. Mm. You know when you like can't freaking remember the name of something just like right there in your face? I think you might like Bone Shaker because it's one of the more dark steampunk stories. It's got more dystopian, cynical vibes. There's some sort of post-apocalyptic kind of stuff happening, sort of. It's a bit more fucked up, more bleak. Oh, one of the more, you mentioned Neuromancer before. I personally couldn't even finish that book, but I do understand that it is like a staple of cyberpunk literature and that whole like variety, the whole genre of sci-fi. So I know it's important to the series. We have one called, I don't know why I'm saying we, as if I represent the steampunk community, but Steampunk has one called The Difference Engine, and I can't remember the name of the guy who wrote it. It's a bit purple, a bit purple prosy, a bit flowery writing, kind of abstract. But it's about it's like a crime solving story in an alternate history, Victorian England, in London, where they have sort of like proto computer technology. It's pretty interesting. I'm just kind of annoyed with the way it's written. I could swear there's another good one I've read, but I can't remember what the hell it is right now. There's a lot of good indie writing in the genre. As for movies, like my favorite steampunk movie is probably Treasure Planet, which got super underrated because Disney released it at the same time as another big box office hit came out. It's like they set it up to fail. It was really weird. It's a really good movie. The animation is beautiful. It's like a alternate retelling of Treasure Island, which is a classic story that steampunks love, and it's beautiful. Yeah, The Clockwork Century. I haven't read the other books in it, but I really like Bone Shaker. It's got like crossovers between the stories and all that. Like, oh my god, I fucking love Treasure Planet. I remember being a little kid and being mad at my friends who were like, my parents said it flopped at the box office, so that means it's bad because it's a flop and I'm not gonna watch it. And I was like, your parents are stupid. What, are you gonna tell the box office? You gonna let the box office tell you what to think? Babies. And that when I was a little kid, I loved Wild Wild West. You know, the one with Will Smith in it. But like I watched it later as an adult, and I was like, oh, there's some problematic content in here. Is there not? I mean, it still has some amazing concepts, but some of the stuff in it is making me go like, oh my god, dude. And like, it's kind of a problem in both steampunk and cyberpunk media that there are like a lot of straight white guys in it, which I know they're in every genre, but since they tend to be more obscure, they're not usually analyzed as much. So you occasionally get really, really embarrassing stuff in there that makes the entire fandom look bad. Like I was playing Deponia before. I think you hopped in and were like, hey, this looks fun. And I was like, yeah, it's pretty fun and the art style's great. But like the more I played it, the more there was like, is this necessary kind of content? Where it's like, oh, har har, edgy humor. And I was like, Unfortunately, I will have to drop this because it's making me cringe too much. You know, that kind of thing. You get the kind of people in the fandom who are way into the idea of, the wrong parts of the Victorian era. You also get people in cyberpunk who are way too into, like, militarism and authoritarianism, and they want to be the bad guys of the series, you know? Or they want to be the amazing white savior hero who is just so cool. Like, there's so many problems with both series, but they have so much good potential. Like, I can't talk about stuff I love without also complaining about the things that I wish weren't in it so we could be better. Oh yeah, I'm trying to... Okay, there's this one that I read just a little, just like, it should be in my memory. I can't remember what the hell the title of it is. But it has to do with a World's Fair Expo set in America in an alternate history where the genocide of the natives had never happened, and so culture grew, like, they developed technology along with the rest of the world, but culturally and aesthetically and, like, architecturally and all that, it was still among the native tribes of the Americas instead of being taken over by the Europeans. Pretty much. Yeah, you get those problems. Colonialists and the fascists. As soon as you get the people who are way too into military history in there, then it's like, please leave. I can't remember what the hell it was called. I really liked that book too. It was really fun. Yeah, hold on. Oh, and there's yeah, here was like Neuromancer is like the granddaddy of like cyberpunk novels. Like, it spawned a bunch of other stuff. It had, like, I really like the way the author in it just like builds up ambiance and environments and stuff. But also the main character kind of pissed me off. It just seems so annoying. Yeah, it's like we got alternate history, we got speculative future, fun concepts, and then you get the people who got to make it weird. Yeah, it's like there are gun nuts, and there are people who are fascinated by firearms as machinery and in the parts that go together to make everything work. And that's great. But they're like different, you know? Molly Millions. Are those the because all I know about Deus Ex is that it's cyberpunk, and also the main character has built-in sunglasses that like can like snap into place over his eyes whenever he needs them, which I want. Oh yeah, and I don't know if it's still being published, but there is an independent steampunk magazine called the Steampunk Magazine, and they have their issues available online, and they also sell print editions. And you can get some fun stuff in there. I really like looking at indie fiction for various punk genres. Yeah, that game looks really cute. I definitely want to play it too. I'm also glad it wasn't afraid to be cutesy or funny. Cool. But hers don't go back and forth? Okay, you see, the ones in Deus Ex are even cooler because they go back and forth. But as someone who gets headaches easily, of course I think that's cooler. Having built-in sunglasses is just a very good idea. Like, that's a genius idea right there. Oh, a Neuromancer? Man, if I'm ever able to, like, keep reading that book, which is, like, pretty much as purple as the Difference Engine with how vague it is, then, like, maybe I'll finally get to see that good horror. I think the parts that bother me most is that it's set in Japan, but, like, all the main characters are, like, Americans. But why is it set in Japan then? What's the point? Like, they could have just set it in the USA. And also, they take forever to do any neuromancing. I was reading the whole book, like, okay, what does that mean? What does that mean? Is he gonna hack into the Matrix with his mind? When is it gonna happen? I swear I read through like half that book, and I never knew what the hell neuromancing meant. It was just this guy going, man, the last time I did that, it was bad, and I'm worried about going back. And I was like, okay, so maybe you could have a flashback or something that shows us what the fuck that means? Or maybe you had a flashback, but I didn't understand what the hell it was because you're being so poetic about how you describe things. Just tell me what's happening. I want to understand why this book spawned an entire genre. Please. What? I thought it took place in Japan. The entire setting is Japanese. And he says he's an expat living in Japan, so like, what the fuck? Because he was an American expatriate. Did Japan influence the country so much that it became not the USA anymore? Okay, am I remembering wrong? I gotta like go back and read that. Did I read a completely different book? I might have. Oh wait, yeah. Someone did a surgery. Someone did a surgery on his brain that made him not able to. Someone did a surgery on his brain that made him no longer able to neuromance. He said they mangled me in the most perfect way. And I was like, oh my god. Yeah, they like lobotomized him from ever getting to go into the Matrix again or whatever. And then these people came along. Yeah, okay. These people came along who were like, hey, we can let you neuromance again. For whatever reason. And he was like, okay. All I remember is that the word expat was used a lot. I was like, that's cute and all. That's nice. But honestly, if I just got everything that I said completely wrong, I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, they were like, you gotta do some stuff for us, and yeah, you gotta use your neuromancing abilities to help the secret government or whatever the hell was going on. We're gonna resurgify you back into the net. And I had to read every paragraph like 5 times because I couldn't tell what the hell the author was trying to say. Okay, I've decided Neuromancer is the cyberpunk counterpart to the Difference engine, which is one of the most, which is also supposed to be one of the classic steampunk literatures. That's like, how did anyone manage to read this enough to develop a subculture off of it? How? It's got some interesting concepts, but please write clearer, you know what I mean? Possibly. I haven't played System Shock. I don't know much about it. Possibly. I have trouble with certain types of writing. Like, if it's not written clearly enough, if it's written in a more poetic or abstract way, I have a hard time, processing it. I have a much easier time reading literature that's just written plainly. It may not be as creative, as, challenging, but my brain is very tired and it just wants to read some words and understand what's happening automatically, you know? Oh, is that the one where you were, there were plants? You were looking for, something. You were looking for a camera? And it was in a really weird out of the way that was in a corner or something. Is that it? Was it the one where you were looking for a camera and there were plants? Not Red Nostromo. It's the same thing with movies. If it's a little too experimental, I'll be like, huh? Okay, yeah, that looked pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah. It was the kind where, as you turn around, everything turns with you because it's 2D. So they're always facing you. I kind of like that sort of graphics. It's kind of charming. Yeah, the music was cool. Oof. Oh, cool. The thing I do like about Cyberpunk, well, I don't know why I say I do like about it as if I don't like any. I love Cyberpunk. But, like, a thing I really like about the series specifically is, like, its close relationship with Biopunk. Because you get, like, you get cyborgs and cybernetic alterations and people messing with their genes and stuff to do things. Because there's cybernetic biopunk, and then there's stuff like in Bioshock where you can make bees grow out of your arm. And I just really like when different punk genres sort of get together. I've heard about Ray Gun Gothic. I have not seen or read or listened to Ray Gun Gothic. I don't know what it is, but I keep hearing it. Yeah, I've always thought cyborgs were cool. And in steampunk, you could have them, but just it's even prettier. In steampunk, I love the combination, not even combination, it's like form as function. Or function as form, and vice versa. Like the spinning of the gears is not only functional, but it's very pretty. Ooh. Yeah, I heard that Bioshock was influenced by System Shock. Everything is just fan art of something else. Like how one of the best movie series ever, Mad Max, is an influence for a fuck ton of things, like the entire Fallout series. I like cassette futurism. It's like, what if it was in the future, but it was also the 80s? Oh, hell yeah. The American McGee is Alice, and especially in Alice Returns, has some very steampunk stuff in it. That's true. Make sure that it's skipped. Okay. Yeah, I really like a lot of the stuff in American McGee's Alice games. Partly because of the aesthetics, but also because those games just slap. They're so edgy. They're very fun. There's a whole game series that I haven't played yet, but that looks really interesting. And of course, I can't remember the freaking name of it right now. But it looks super steampunk, and I love it. It starts with a D. What the hell is it called? Oh yeah, there's this one game I have on my backlog that I haven't gotten to yet because I had to download it off like one of the emulator sites because I couldn't freaking find it anywhere. And it's called Arcanum of Steamworks and Magic Obscura, and it's like a steampunk high fantasy mix. And I haven't gotten to play a lot of it in the past before my old laptop died, so I'm gonna have to start it again. But it looks so cool. Yeah, it's like I know that steampunk is a very dorky genre. It tends to be seen as, kind of silly, kind of silly Billy kind of stuff going on. And I admit, yeah. But also you can get some real fun, edgy kind of nonsense going in there. You can get serious stuff. You can get anything you want. Oh hell yeah, those were fun. I want to play that game again at some point because I have them on my 360. So when I get to the 360 games, I can do that. Also, I haven't gotten there yet, but in the Elder Scrolls, and in the ESO and Elder Scrolls Online, they made a whole world called the Clockwork City, which is the Dominion of Sothosil, who is one of the Tribunal of Morrowind. The three living gods. I don't know if you're into Elder Scrolls, but they got living gods, and I haven't been there yet. But when I do, I want to live there. It looks beautiful from what I've seen. A little bit more yellow. There we go. There we go. Oh yeah, all the fun little hidden collectibles. Okay. Did who mean Diesel Punk? There is, because like Diesel is mostly like with the advent of Diesel using, like it's more about automotives and stuff like that. Like in the Leviathan series by Scott Westerfeld that I recommended, that's like a combination of steam, diesel, and bio. It's like it's an alternate history World War I in which one side is fighting with giant robots and the other side is fighting with giant genetically engineered mutant animals. So it's pretty awesome. No, the Daedric Lords are different. There are the 9 divines, well, the 8 divines, and then closer to the events of Skyrim, they got another one, but not everyone believes in him, and his name is Talos. So we have the 8 or sometimes 9 divines. And then you have the Tribunal, who are the 3 living gods of Morrowind. And then there are the Daedric Lords, who are like it's basically like you got gods and then you got devils. Essentially, those are the Daedrics. Are supposed to be the bad ones. Supposed to be. They're kind of iffy, kind of mortally ambiguous in some cases. There's a lot of lore, TM. Hashtag lore. Yeah. It's kind of like a young adult novel, but you know what? Sometimes YA novels got the good stuff going on. It's a trilogy. We got Leviathan, Behemoth, and no wait, Leviathan, Behemoth, and something. I can't freaking remember. Giant robots fighting giant monsters. That's what you need to know. I don't think I finished Oblivion yet, but I played. Oh yeah, Goliath. Yeah, there's Leviathan, Goliath, and Behemoth. I don't know if that's the right order, but I really like those books. Yeah, I don't think I haven't finished Oblivion, but I did play the fuck out of Skyrim because it gives you a bazillion opportunities to just go fuck off and just look around and do side quests and explore dungeons. Whereas, like, technically, Oblivion has more in quantity of land space to explore. However, it doesn't have as much in it, so it doesn't feel as big. And ESO, the MMO version, is so good. It's probably the best MMO I've ever played in my entire life. And I got it for free from a giveaway, so it was pretty nice. And that one has, like, you can travel to most of the worlds available in the Elder Scrolls universe, whether or not they've been released in the main games. Yeah, I get tired of romance being forced into everything, which is why I mostly probably kind of affected, like, the types of genres I'm into. Like, a lot of weird horror stuff, but, like, at least in Leviathan, it sort of makes sense when the characters become all lovey-dovey because they've been through a lot together, instead of just being like, oh, the entire plot is driven by romance or whatever, you know? Ooh, fun. Also, yeah, I've never read The Hunger Games, and I'm not going to. I just kind of figure that's, like, something that I missed it when it happened. The ship has sailed. And I was like, okay, guess I'm not getting on that one. I hope you had fun writing your edgy story. Oh no! They just came out to have a nice dig. And they're honestly feeling so attacked right now by curses. Oh, well, that's sad. Very edgy, very dramatique. Aha. Instead of how two people come together, let's show how they fall apart. Aw. Also, it's cool that you did a NaNoWriMo. I have friends who are always like, maybe I'll do NaNoWriMo this year, and I'm like, do it! And they're like, I got scared, I didn't do it! Mm. So, like, when he was with your mom, he was more abusive, but then once she divorced him, then suddenly it was all nice. I'd be suspicious of that. Hmm. Huh. Maybe you needed time to learn how to stop being a dick? I don't know. Maybe you went to therapy or something? Hmm. Yeah, maybe you just, like, had to split. Yeah, I might have gotten some anger management lessons or something. My dad also used to have a lot of problems with flipping the fuck out over everything and being ridiculous. In the recent past several years, though, he's gotten a lot better at not making mountains out of anthills, you know? No, geez. Yeah, hopefully you got, like, a reality check or something. It's like, oh, maybe I am the problem for being a fucking dick all the time to the people who love me. Oh, damn. Well, abusive people don't necessarily need to be forgiven. Hope you learned this lesson. Mm-hmm. Like, okay, you may associate with us once more. If you're good. Oh, that's nice. Good. It's nice to know that some reconciliation and healing happen instead of it having to be like getting a restraining order like my one friend had to do, and that guy just needs to not be married ever again. Good. Honestly, I would straight up never forgive that dude. Feel like, no, you know what? I remember that. You don't get to be with this family anymore. We will not tolerate you. Oh, jeez. Complicated character, one might say. Yeah, even if he was fucked up from past trauma, I personally believe that no matter how fucked up you are, you don't get to be awful to other people and just expect them to be like, oh, well, he's damaged. I mean, what can you do? He had a hard life. Like, I don't give a fuck what kind of life you had. If you're gonna be horrible to other people, then maybe then don't be horrible to other people. You don't get to take your problems out on other people just because you're feeling bad. If you accidentally do lash out at someone, then try to apologize and make it up to them. Oh, wait. Oh. No, wait, that's right, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Honestly, your mom's to blame too, I mean. No, the fuck? No, she was completely valid in being mad at that bastard. Like, lady, you can be mad at people. You're not a bad person for being mad at people. Sometimes people do things wrong. If they're not willing to admit it, then they're the problem. First, it is pretty common for women to be told that everything is our fault, and we have to prance around other people's feelings and be all delicate, and always consider other people's emotions. Yeah. That sucks. Probably. Generally, people who act like that, got problems. Yeah, that sucks. Nice you were willing to help. Yeah, my bad. Yeah, that sucks, bro. I hope your mom's doing better these days. And I hope your dad's doing better, if just so that he doesn't cause other people more trouble. Aww. Yeah, if I heard someone say that, I'd be like, get in the car, I'm gonna find you a therapist. Could have been her own parents. Family she grew up with. Yeah, man. Huh. I hope that's actually helping. Like, I support people's faith when, they just need it to get by. Because, like, my mom was a Christian, but she was the type of Christian who actually paid attention to what Jesus was all about. She was all about, like, helping poor people and helping hungry people and being fucking nice to people and love and forgiveness and all of that stuff. Yeah. Mm. All I know is that both my grandmas were kind of huge bitches. Mom's grandma was Well, she moved across the country to get away from her. I mean, mom's mom. Grandma on my mom's side. Mom moved across the country to get away from her. Dad grew up with his grandparents after his parents died, and he also moved away from them. Yeah, it's like that. Fuck. Damn it. Being overly strict, overly controlling. Way to fuck a kid up. No! I spilled shrimp tails everywhere. Hold on. It'll teach me to leave stuff on the table instead of putting it away. Ugh. Yeah. Oh no. Sucks about being expelled. Yeah, that's some complex stuff. That sucks, bro. That sucks. Glad that my parents were always pretty. Like, my dad was a primary care physician. My mom worked as the secretary and was also very open about, like, sexual stuff and romance. We used to watch very adult rom-coms together. No, I would watch them because they were funny and really get embarrassed by them. Then it turns out I'm Arrow Ace anyway, so. Yeah, I feel bad for the kids growing up either being taught either actively or passively that all of that is like evil and bad. Cause like that's gotta fuck a person up. No matter what your sexuality is, no matter what your gender is, it's gotta fuck someone up. We all got real dumb nonsense to unlearn. And better stuff to learn. Your parents just like were like didn't what the fuck? I swear to God. More parents need to stop being fucking cowards and tell their kids about stuff. There are adults walking around who don't know how things like periods and pregnancy work. It's like, come on. I don't care what gender you are, you gotta know how periods and pregnancy work. Ow, ow, ow. That sucks. Oh boy, them self-hatred feels. I didn't have quite the same one, but thankfully I got over that nonsense. I have never done a fuck, and I don't ever plan to. And that's fine. Virginity as a concept is kind of overplayed and annoying. Just let people do what they want. As long as it's all respecting consent and safe and healthy. Well, I hope that if you want to date more people, you can date more people. I've also never done a date, although they're like, I really hate it when like someone, usually some weird guy, is like, "Hey, you want to hang out? Go to an art gallery or something, or go to a cafe?" And I'll be like, "Yeah, sure. I like hanging out with cool people." And then I'll realize later that they probably viewed it as a date, and I'll be like, "Time to avoid this bitch for eternity." Don't know what is it about, particularly like indie dudes, goth dudes, gamers. They're always like trying to trick you into dates. Because I'm literally oblivious. I don't understand romance. I'm not into it. I don't want it. The struggles of an aloe, whining away, playing my tiniest violin. Well, yeah. It's like this. I really hate how in our modern society, and even in all, like, and quite a lot of other eras, if you study this sort of thing historically, there's always a huge emphasis put on, like, men have to fuck as early as possible and also as much as possible, or they're not real men, which is stupid. It's like, wow, okay, your gender is determined by how many people you bang, or specifically women. Wow, okay, I thought y'all were saying it was chromosomes. Yeah, it's never like, oh, you should be with someone you love, and here's how to be safe about it, and here, here's the different sexualities, and how to prevent pregnancy and stuff like that. It's always just like, socially at least, it's always just like, you must bang as early as possible. Unless you're a woman, in which case you have to hold out for as long as possible. The math does not check out at all. Somehow half the population is supposed to be screwing as much as possible, and the other half is supposed to not be. Also, non-binary people don't exist in this world. Right? It's like we have this idea that people need to prove their masculinity by using another person's body so hard that people literally get a complex and murder people over it because they think that they're owed another person's body to use to become real men. It's like, what the fuck? Like, please stop putting this emphasis and pressure on people. So tired of societal sexual expectations. And that sucks. I hope you find some people. Someone, multiple people, whatever. You could keep trying the dating apps, you could, I don't know, once it's safe in your area, you could go out to places where people hang out, maybe meet someone organically. Or you could get on a dating app and see if anyone's in your area who could meet up with you. And you may have to try a lot. It seems like sometimes people have to try a lot. But that's just how it is. There's all kinds of different people in the world, and you're not going to find one. Because, like, I won't rant too much about how I do not understand dating, because I am the arrow. But, like, you're supposed, like, even when you meet people at just, like, conventions and stuff, just making friends, you're not always going to make a friend out of someone, or an acquaintance. Sometimes you just don't vibe with people, you know? So if you're going out to find someone who, on purpose, you're gonna try to create a close emotional and possibly sexual relationship with, then it's not gonna happen right away, you know? And if it doesn't happen right away, you're not a failure or anything. Hmm. I don't know what you mean by can't do anything, but like you can't meet up with them, or you can't... I don't know, maybe you're Demi or something. Yeah, it seems like a scary thing. I'm glad I'm not into it. Well, yeah, you probably used to see it like, that sounds like excuses that people are making up as to why I'm terrible and no one wants to date me because I'm awful and gross and I hate myself. But then later, when you grew up, maybe it was more like, oh, actually, that was not an excuse. That's just how it was, and I was drowning in self-loathing and unable to see that. Oh, nice. That's good. Also, maybe you're not feeling so much pressure to, like, because it seems like people, especially guys, who are in like their between teenage years and 20s and stuff, it's like you have to like prove yourself or whatever. Like when you're still figuring yourself out, man. But then when you grow up, you realize it's just a bunch of stupid nonsense. Like, wow, that was all really dumb. Maybe you are Demi. A demisexual is someone, or I don't. It might not be a demi, but just so you can rule it out, a demisexual is someone who falls kind of under the ace spectrum and is someone who doesn't really get sexually attracted to a person until they've developed like a close emotional bond and they know them a bit better and they're more comfortable being around them. And what I've heard from other demis, it's like, oh man, I really like enjoy hanging out with this person. I really like them. I feel like they really get me. We vibe well. What is happening in my pants? I didn't know I felt this way. Ah! Right? Fat phobia is fucking such garbage. I don't know if it'll make you feel better, but like one of my biggest ways to prove that, like, how people, the biggest argument people have against like people being chubby at all is, oh, I'm just concerned about your health. I have Creutzfeldt-Jaeger syndrome, which is the reason I am so thin. I'm probably gonna die before I'm 50 because of the complications of this disease. I'm cold all the time, I'm miserable, I'm sick, I have so many medical bills to pay off. And yet, even when I've described this kind of thing, people will say, I'll trade you because they want to be thin. I'm very not healthy, and I'm thin because I'm unhealthy, and yet people still want to be thin more than they want to be healthy and have a good life. No one cares about the health of fat people. No one cares. It's a stupid BS argument. People have to stop being cowards. There's nothing wrong with being fat. Yeah, I hope you find some less garbage people out there who don't judge you for your fucking weight because it's stupid. And also, I hope we get more fat, like, actors and stuff playing in movies and shows, because a lot of what people think is attractive comes from that kind of thing, you know? Okay, you can probably rule out Demi. Well, that's disgusting. Oh man, back pain. Well, yeah. Like, I'm not saying, a disclaimer, I'm not saying that you can just sort of absolutely balloon your weight and be perfectly healthy. Being way too fat or way too skinny is still not good for you. The weight is going to put extra stress on your joints and your spine and make it harder for you to move around, maybe make it harder to breathe. But I see even, like, just mildly chubby people, just people who are a bit thick, get harassed, and it's like, I totally support, so, like, just exercise, you know? Exercise, try not to treat your body like a trash can that you just shove garbage food into. You don't have to be a slim little underwear model. But as long as you're actually moving around and, you know, eating food that isn't all just like junk food, you'll be okay. Oh, good. My back hurts right now. Probably because of my horrible posture, but also because I was lifting a bunch of heavy stuff the other day. I don't know much about Weight Watchers, but I hope it's a good program. I hope it's helping you with whatever your body goals are. It is interesting, though. I'm guessing that the thought process of most people would be like, oh, that fatty needs to pick up stuff herself or whatever, do it herself, get some exercise, har har har. Right? It's like, oh, back when I was a little weird looking, y'all just let me be, huh? Now that I'm hot, You say it later you want. Saley! Down! Bad. Why you gotta be a bad dog all the time, huh? Huh? Why you gotta be a bad little dog? Hmm? Why you gotta be a little rat? Oh. Saley, down. Saley. Quit. Hello. Let me let my dog out real fast. Saley, come on. Get you. Come on. Dog wants me to escort her outside, but I'm doing very important OC business here. Baby. Yeah. Go for it. Mm-hmm. Uh, mhm. Oh, I had to close it up there. Whoops. Okay, it's 1:20 a.m. already. I gotta sign off for now so I can finish eating some stuff. I don't think I want to bother rating anyone tonight. I'm too lazy. Okay, I hope y'all... Anyone there? Probably just Jessica and Marcy. I hope y'all drink some water and do some stretches and... Take care of your damn selves, okay? No problem. I'm here most nights. I like to be here. It's a nice time. Oh, hell yeah. Keep doing that art. I'm gonna hopefully... No, why do I lie to myself? I'm gonna play ESO until 5 a.m. again. Woo! Oh yeah, this is Henri. He is part of my trio of adventurers, 2 of which I just colored. And, yeah. I'm honored to hear that he looks Dream Daddy looking. I guess he does kind of look like Craig. That's probably the highest compliment I could receive for his character design. Thank you. Okay, I'll stop rambling and go eat some pasta or something. A good night.